So today let's try and clean up this valve cover and maybe a few other bits of this engine and get them back on. I went down to Cheaper Auto Spares, one of my favourite shops, and got myself some gaskets. We've got the manifold gaskets here, oil filter gasket, and I did get just a small sheet of gasket paper so I can make up any that I may need, and a rocker cover gasket. It doesn't have the little gaskets that go on the bolts to hold it down, but I can get those later on if I need. Hopefully the ones on there are still okay, but this is definitely going to get replaced. So let's pull this valve cover off and see what it's like in there, eh? Those seals are a little bit hard, so they'll need to be replaced. Good thing they're easy to get. I'll just get them off eBay. Put them aside for now. A little bit caked on, but I've seen worse, so this will clean up all right. Well, the oil itself looks relatively clean, but there is a lot of burnt on residue. Oh, not really burnt on either, just a bit of sludge. I wonder if it's worth me trying to dig that out of there. Honestly, probably not. Not an excessive amount anyway, because anything I clear up in here is going to fall down the channels back into the block. And that's just going to require a lot more work. So we're just going to clean this up really. Same steps as before, a bit of a scouring cloth and my trusty degreaser. Well, we knew the gasket was old. That's cracking off. So good thing we pulled it off and decided to change it. That is, that is so dry. It's literally cracking. Okay, awesome. In the bin. So that's going to come up all right. Alright, well that's the top done relatively well. That can stay as is for a bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to paint it or not. It would be cool painted, but there'd be a little bit more prep work involved. See how I feel. Let's do the bottom side. Alright, with this looking a heck of a lot nicer than what it was before, that is going to be good enough to put back on top as is. Much cleaner than before. And I think I'm going to spray it, just because, you know, why not? I've got some of the 1J3 colour here, which is a slightly different colour to the 1G3, but it's still a nice metallic. I'm going to give this a hit with a etch primer initially, because we're going to go straight onto the alloy. Hit it with some degreaser, etch primer, colour, clear. I think it'll look good. Alright, edge primer's on. I'll let this sit in the sun for half an hour and we'll start putting some colour on it. Well, that's turned out pretty good. I'm happy with that. I etched back a little bit of that indentation of that Toyota symbol there, just so it is a little bit more visible. I think that looks really nice. Now I've got to put all these little bits and pieces back on and we'll stick it back on the car. We've cleaned up the mating surface with some WD-40 and a very light scourer, so that's cleaned up really nice, ready to go on. And cleaned up a little bit of the body here from the head. So let's get this valve cover back in place. Normally you don't need to screw these seals on, but because the rubber is old and it's been squished down, they've actually squished into the thread of the bolt. I will replace these rubbers before the car is finished, but they will work as placeholders until then. Last but not least, the oil cap. That looks really nice, if I don't say so myself. Starting from the top of the engine, working my way down so I don't make clean parts dirty again. But that looks a lot nicer. Kind of looks nice against the white as well. That's kind of a good color combo. Anyways, that's a short video. That's all I'm going to do. Just the valve cover, because that took long enough, especially deciding to spray it. Had to wait quite a while to let each step dry. Next up will be, who knows? I don't know what. I'll just wing it. Probably one of these things, I think. Oh, there you go. Quick valve cover cleanup and paint, and that looks absolutely awesome. Thank you for watching.